What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to week 2, day 8 of learning Brazilian Portuguese this year. Just a reminder, all these videos are raw, uncut, unedited. This for me is an opportunity to get comfortable speaking when it feels really, really uncomfortable too. So that's why I don't edit, I don't go back, I don't cut anything out. I just roll with it because in real life, a year from now when I'm in Brazil, there's not going to be any redos. There's just going to be stumbling over words and trying to piece things together with as best as I know how. And there's no better way to practice than putting it out publicly for the whole world to see. So here I'm at day 8. Last week, one of the things I went over this month for me is all about learning to express myself. And I started building some sentence stems to express how I'm feeling. So a couple of the ways I did that, like to feel is sentir, right? To feel. And ultimately, if I want to express how I'm feeling, there's a couple different ways that I learned I can do it. Number one, I can go estou sentindo, so I am feeling. But there's some shorter ways to do that too. There's often some feelings where you don't use sentindo. You simply say you're with that feeling. So you'd say like estou com. Last week it was hungry, so estou com fome, right? And if I wanted to shorten that even further, I could drop the estou down to just to, so I could just say tô com fome. So last week, just a few of the feeling vocabulary that I picked up was expressing I was tired, cansado, expressing I was hungry, com fome, and also expressing happy, feliz. Taking some feelings that I experienced between last night and today to expand on that vocabulary, right? Feelings are, and emotions are a rich experience, and like colors, there's all sorts of shades and intensities of them. And I think it's really important that early on, I learned to express a range of those feelings and intensities and those shades. And I want to make sure that I'm able to understand people when they express kind of the intensity level and the shades that they're in, right? My purpose of learning this language is to build deeper connections. And not only with minha noiva, but with her family too, and hopefully friends and everyone from there. So that's why I'm starting with expressing myself and learning to understand how others express themselves. So 9 o'clock last night, after the Super Bowl, Seahawks won, we're in Seattle. I go down to my truck and I find that my driver's side window is smashed and somebody attempted to smash my windshield too. Somebody went in the truck, rifled through all my stuff, ultimately didn't get anything too valuable, too important, but clearly you can probably guess there's a number of emotions I was with, but one of the main ones was angry. And especially with anger, there's a lot of different shades of that. So I figured today would be a great opportunity for me to learn how to kind of express the different intensities, levels at which that anger has moved through me throughout last night, this morning, and the rest of the day today. So at one end of the spectrum, we have kind of just like the lighter intensity of anger, right? In English, we might use words like annoyed, irritated, and upset. Although you might say upset kind of fits under anger, but I'm going to leave it down at this end. So from what I could find today, if I wanted to express being annoyed, and maybe this maybe more directly translates to being bothered, but that would be incomodado. Right? So if I were to say that again, I might just say estou sentindo incomodado, like I'm feeling bothered, annoyed. I might say irritated. Let me see here. I literally just learned these like 10 minutes ago. Irritado. So if I were to express being irritated, irritado. And if I were to express being upset or maybe potentially annoyed, it would be chateado or chateado. So if you're fluent in Brazilian Portuguese, feel free to drop something in the comments and give me some either better ways to express that or the ways that you would naturally express that. I'd love to hear from you. Moving on, if I were going to express kind of like being angry, right? I'm not just a little frustrated or a little annoyed, and I'm not like furious or pissed. I'm just angry. Com raiva, right? Might be the way that I express how that is, right? Tô com raiva. I'm with anger, right? I'm angry. And then on the other end of the spectrum, maybe in those first few moments last night, I hit that point where I was feeling either furious or pissed, right? So furious, Estou furioso. Yeah, estou furioso. Or what feels simpler to me is pissed. Tô puto. So anyway, I've moved through some of those emotions throughout the day. I obviously need a bunch more practice with this, but I'll hopefully, this isn't going to be an emotion I sit with too much more this week. But when I do, I'll have some words to express, whether I am kind of just feeling a little frustrated or bothered, right? Annoyed, incomodado, irritado, chateado, right? Or if I'm just legit angry, com raiva. Or if I'm kind of boiling over and feeling really angry, furioso, or tu puto, right? Pissed. Again, if you are Brazilian and you come across this, drop me how you'd expressed your ranges of anger. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to learn it. And yeah, if you made it this far, appreciate you watching tonight. Hope your week started off better than mine. See you tomorrow, back for day 9. Cheers.